guys, the Benidorm Enthusiast here, and today I'm going to be going through what's happening in September for all you lovely people who are coming to visit this next month or who are thinking about a September holiday in Benidorm in the future. It is a big month for events. We've got loads going on. It's one of my favourite months of the year. I'm always glad to see the back of August. I'm not going to lie, it is too hot and too busy for me. We usually start to see a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel with regards to the weather in September. August is a sweltering hot month and temperatures usually begin to drop to much more pleasant levels in September. It's a busy month with British and Irish. When the kids go back to school, the adults come out to play, that's what I like to say. So the new town area gets busy again with drinkers and party people. But the other parts of Benidorm, which are crazy busy in August, get a little quieter as the many other nationalities who holiday in Benidorm in August, the Spaniards, the Portuguese, French, Italians and so on, they all drift off home after their summer breaks. How's the weather looking? Well, it's not great at the minute, to be honest. August has ended with some cloudy, overcast days. We've got a few drops of rain this morning. It's stuffy and there is some Sahara sand in the air, which is going to be making its way up thicker and muggier over the weekend. We've got more rain showers forecast this weekend, so fingers crossed we get a decent downpour, which will then clear the air for some good autumn weather. We are still desperate for rain in this part of Spain. Same goes for most of Spain, despite having a few intense storms this August. Reservoirs are scarily low around here and nobody wants us to see water restrictions brought in. Average high temperatures for September are in the high 20s, so it's still nice and hot, but the temperatures do drop more overnight than in August, so we can start to get some proper night's sleep again. So what events have we got going on here in Benidorm in September? Well, the month starts with one of the biggest events of the year, Benidorm Pride. This is also the month when the football season kicks off for our local club. I'll go through the Benidorm Pride events and the football fixtures in more detail in a minute, but first let's have a look at some of the other events going on in September. On the 7th of September, it's the last of the free concerts at the La Haute de Colon House in Old Town. Saturday night at 9 p.m. will be a jazz and swing concert in classical format with Orchestralia, which will round up the free summer music events at this venue. Starting on the 13th of September and running through till the 22nd, it's the Benidorm Cocktail Contest. And this is one of the events organised on the Benidorm Gastronomic calendar. We've already had a tapas contest. We did a video on that, and this will be of a similar format where bars and restaurants put forward their best cocktail creations to be judged by us. There'll be one alcoholic and one non-alcoholic per venue. Last year, I think there were 11 participating venues. There may well be more this year, not sure yet. And you can do your best to get around them all, try all the innovative concoctions and vote on your favourites. Voters will be entered into a prize draw and the winning cocktails will be announced later in the month. I'm sure we'll be doing a video of this, but keep your eyes on our other socials as well, so you can get more details of the participating venues a few days before the event starts. Right in the middle of September, there's a two-day event at Benidorm Palace celebrating Northern Soul and Motown music. On Sunday the 15th and Monday the 16th of September, there'll be non-stop music from 1 p.m. till early hours of the morning from some of the best live acts and DJs on the scene. Tickets are €65 for a two-day pass, and there'll also be a pre-party at the Soul Bar in the new town on the 13th and the 14th of the month. So for all you soulies here, get out for that weekend, you're in for a treat. We'll post a link in the video description where you can get your Benidorm Palace tickets. On the 22nd of September, there's a charity race raising awareness and support for families dealing with child cancer. There'll be a 10k, a 5k and a walking race. And last year's event raised €22,000 for Espanion. That's the Association of Parents of Children with Cancer in the Valencian community. This year's event is expected to be even bigger. If you want to get involved with that, again, we'll post a link in the video description below. So back to the beginning of the month, and I'm going to go through the daily scheduled events for this year's Benidorm Pride. This year's Pride kicks off on the 2nd of September. It's the 14th edition, a week filled with colour and diversity, and thousands are coming to celebrate it. On the Monday and Tuesday, it's the welcome parties at the bars in the Old Town. This is when most people will start arriving, and there'll be a real buzz in the air around the Old Town bars. On Wednesday the 4th, it's the Queen of Benidorm Pride event. This is the semi-final of the International Drag Competition, and this is hosted by Pam Katz and Martin Kent, and it's being held at Cool Lounge on Levante Beach. The winner of the semi-final goes through to the final, which will take place at Benidorm Palace in April 2025. After the competition and show, there will of course be a big party to finish the night. Tickets for the Queen of Pride event are €10, and you can get them online or through the Benidorm Pride app. We'll post all the relevant links for Benidorm Pride tickets and more information in the video description. On Thursday the 5th, it's the Pride pool party at the Marina Hotel. Tickets for the pool party start at €25 per person. Starts at 2 p.m, and there will be entertainment from some of Benidorm's best acts, as well as guest artists like Angie Brown. On Friday the 5th, it's the White Party, and this is the 10th anniversary of this particular event. This will be held at the park behind the town hall this year at the Auditorio Julio Iglesias. It's from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. with live music, DJs and a few surprises apparently. Tickets are €10 for the White Party, but it doesn't end there on Friday. The after party continues down on the beachfront at Cool Lounge from 1 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. Free entry into the Cool after party, and the fun will continue with more DJs and live vocalists. Saturday the 7th, you can have a bit of a rest in the morning to recover from the White Party, but get yourselves ready for a big afternoon. It's the parade at 5 p.m, and this is always a magnificent spectacle. It starts by McDonald's at the Rincon de Loix end of Levante. It goes down the beachfront almost into the Old Town, but it cuts up onto the Avenida Mediterranea where the halo lights are, and then it continues round to the Auditorio Julio Iglesias in the park. Following the parade is the main stage event in the park, which starts around 7 p.m. It's free entry into the main stage event. There will be loads of live music performances, a mixture of Benidorm's finest performers and some guest acts flown in especially. Food and drink stores and much more going on down there in the park, and that will continue into the early hours. But if you are still wanting more on Saturday night after all that, you can continue up at the Cluster after party at Penelope's nightclub on the top road. Sunday the 8th, and it's the closing party. Another free event in the park behind the town hall, but this time it's at the smaller Oscar Espla Amphitheatre. Again, it's from 7 p.m, and you can wind down from all the weekend excitement and events with more music, shows and entertainment in the park. What a week that is going to be. We will try and cover some of it, but unfortunately due to the copyright rules with music, it's really difficult for us to cover any sort of music events on here. But keep your eyes peeled on our other social platforms for some snippets of how the week has been going. Last thing I want to talk about for September is football. The footy season has restarted for the big leagues already, but for our local club CF Benidorm, the season starts this month. Benidorm won the league last year, and so they got promoted to the Tercera Federación. That's the 5th tier of the league system here in Spain. But ambitions are big for this club since David Villa, a legend in Spanish football, Spain's all-time top goal scorer in fact, bought the club and began with this project. And he hopes to see Benidorm up there with the big boys in the next 10 years. Club president Jordi Bruxiola is well experienced and seems to know what he's doing. We brought in some new players and this season, and I'm excited to see how they got on. I've loved being involved with the club. I'm a big Leeds fan, as some of you know, a big football fan, and I had a season ticket growing up for Leeds, and one of the things I really miss about living in the UK is going to watch the footy on a regular basis. Last season I only missed 2 home games for Benidorm, and I think I went to a couple of away matches too, and I absolutely loved it. It's just great going to watch live football. I even got to meet one of my Leeds idols, Pablo Hernandez, who is now managing a club in the same league as Benidorm. So this season kicks off on Sunday the 8th of September for CF Benidorm. There are 4 matches in September, 2 away on the 8th and the 22nd, and 2 at home on the 15th and the 29th. Matches for this league are generally always played on a Sunday and a Saturday, and Benidorm's home games generally Sunday at midday. Unfortunately, because the home stadium gets used for the festivals in the summer, the pitch gets absolutely battered and it's not ready for the start of the season. So CF Benidorm will start playing the home games in neighbouring town Villa Hayosa. It is easy enough to get to by tram, so if you want tickets for any home games, get in touch with me via email, thebenidormenthusiast@gmail.com. If you're interested in going to the away games, the Paddock Bar often puts on coaches, so you can get in touch with them via Facebook and figure out how you can get to a game. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it informative. Check the video description for more info on any tickets and for extra info on the events mentioned. And hit us up in the comments if you're coming out this month. You're going to have a great time, I'm sure. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Click the beer mug in the corner. It costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe. It just means that you're following what we do, and you're supporting our channel. And also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, X and TikTok at the Benidorm Enthusiast. Stay positive and stay safe. Fly on my face.